Hi, I'm Philip, and I represent Rockford Fosgate in Gauteng. Over the season, we've been privy to some pretty amazing cars with some unbelievable Rockford Fosgate audio. The question that you need to ask yourself, what goes into making that happen? From the minute that you, our customer, comes into any Rockford Fosgate dealer, our primary objective is going to be to satisfy need. We're going to understand the kind of audio system that we need to build specifically for you. This is how we achieve. Most modern vehicles today have got media players in them, or source units in them, that provide a number of different options for the driver. Our Rockford Fosgate systems and integration thereof does not infringe in any of the factory warranties or any of the electrical platforms of the vehicle. All these original equipment source units and certain aftermarket source units have a fundamental issue in that they have certain frequencies that are not present and certain frequencies that there is just too much of. Meaning, when you listen to your audio system, you have an abundance of treble or no bass at all. We are in a fortunate position where we can actually measure the frequencies exactly that come out of these source units and manipulate them in a specific way through a digital sound processor or an analog processor to feed the Rockford Fosgate system with the tones that you're going to love to hear. So now that we've established what the vehicle source unit is in fact giving us, we now need to be able to put together the right recipe to get the car sounding the way that it should. At this point, we are now ready to choose the correct range of Rockford Fosgate speakers that best suit the requirement. Once we have these speakers, we now need to create the correct environment for them to be able to perform and to recreate all the frequencies that will bring a smile to your face. We start that off by creating an acoustic environment in the door by using special silent coat, deadening material that will eliminate any of these rear waves that create distortion in the listening position. Together with acoustic rings around the speakers and spaces that are made out of a product called M-foam that is not susceptible to all the elements. It cannot absorb any water, it doesn't change its form or shape, therefore allowing the speaker to always be able to play at its best level. This is done because essentially a vehicle's door is not the most ideal place for a speaker to hang out in. This brings us to one of the most important and crucial elements in any audio build, the cabling. Rockford Fosgate make premium 12-volt specific copper-clad cabling which exceeds the American wire gauge standard. Premium cabling is required in order for the signal from the source unit to be able to be channeled through the amplifier to the speakers. Not forgetting the most important part being the power cable that feeds the amplifier. Rockford Fosgate are leaders in the industry of manufacturing extremely powerful amplifiers that utilize the smallest amount of current. Therefore, not putting a strain on the electrical platform of any modern 12-volt vehicle. No modifications to the charging system is required. Once we've reached the point where the install is almost complete, it is imperative that the system, the audio system, is level matched and calibrated so that it can perform at its best abilities. The fine-tuning of these systems is achieved by utilizing a number of specialist tools that are made available to the dealer network by Rockford Fosgate. And extensive training goes into the understanding of how these tools are used. Phase detect are utilized to make sure that the speakers are firing in the right direction. We use distortion detectors so that we can make sure that we understand where your audio system starts to distort. We dial it back just that little touch to make it all clean. We move on to the amplifier and make sure that it's level matched to continue that clean signal all the way to the speakers. Make you smile. What's important to remember is that speakers, specifically in the vehicle, play different ranges of frequencies. We are in a position where we can calibrate these speakers to play exact frequencies by using a calibration. The woofer is prepped prior to us installing it into its enclosure so it can achieve its optimum range of frequencies from the word go. We achieve this by running the woofer in on a burning table prior to installation. The burning table allows us the ability to play extremely low frequencies over a long extended period of time. One of the fundamentals of burning the woofer in is that we allow the woofer to have longevity. We have now reached a point where we need to tune the system specifically to the vehicle's characteristics and client's requirements. We achieve this by using real-time analyzers that show us what frequencies are available in the listening position, what frequencies don't exist, there's too much of, and we are able to manipulate these frequencies so that all these frequencies reach the listening position at the same time to put that massive smile on your face. We've now given you a brief outline of what's required and the process involved and the tooling that is available to our disposal with all the skill and knowledge that we have to make a car sound absolutely awesome.